let's jump to this story from timcast.com. White House doubles down on Biden's semi-fascism claim about MAGA Republicans. It's sad, it's pathetic that Biden said this, that Karine Jean-Pierre, however you pronounce it, reaffirmed it. But it is kind of worrying when the president is now starting to embrace the extremist rhetoric. It's one thing when he said he was going to be a great uniter and bring people together, and now he's continually doing the exact opposite. It makes me worried about what he wants, what the establishment wants for this country.
Was that in reference to the tweet he put up, or his handlers put up about pissing off moms? Like the mega Republicans have pissed off the moms.
No, he said they were embracing semi-fascism.
Okay, so this is a separate tweet. But
here we go.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. It's like it's the continued gaslighting, you know? You almost get exhausted talking about it. It's like, we know these people are the fascists. They're the ones that are pro-lockdown. They're the ones that are, hailing the FBI, going after their political enemies. They're the ones that are literally calling to SWAT Marjorie Taylor Greene, and we know why.
And they did 3 times.
3 times. And like, oh, there's a trans person's life. A trans person's life is in danger. Like, literally, we know why they're doing it, because they want her to get shot.
What happened was, is that what they claimed at her house? They said...
The 911 call.
And they said it was a trans person at her house?
Yes, in the 911 call.
Wow.
But I think it's just like a deeper issue too, right? It's like this idea that your political opponent doesn't just disagree with you because they disagree with you, and the things that they disagree with you on makes them an evil person. It makes them reprehensible. It makes them that we can't be part of the same country. And you saw this with Kathy Hochul in New York too recently, where she was telling her constituents that voted red or voted for the right, the Republican, get on an airplane, get on a bus, and go down to Florida where you belong because you're not a New Yorker. And so it's like this winner take all kind of mindset in politics, that if we win, then everybody else that voted against us is a terrible human being, and I don't want to share a country with you, right? It's not just you voted different because you may live in upstate New York and you're a farmer and you have different prerogatives and different things that you care about. It's you're an evil person.
Yep. What is semi-fascism?
I think it is. I think if
what does that even mean?
It means if he came out and said fascist, he'd have nowhere to go. So he needs to be able to one-up it. So now in 2023, 24, election season, he's going to be like, they've gone to full fascism now.
Yeah, but that was 2016 to 2020.
Yeah, but now he's talking about the regular people. It's like they're trying to find a way to go away from Trump and then take whatever the anger they had towards Trump and apply it to everyone.
Well, they already did this with the the moms and the school boards, right? It was like Merrick Garland calling these school moms domestic terrorists.
I guess I could see that. I see the escalation there, because like 2016 to 2020 was like Trump's a fascist, refuse fascism, Antifa calling out, saying that this is the second coming of Adolf Hitler, referring to Trump, but that was like the rhetoric of the extremists on the left, like on the ground, right? Because I hear that, I'm like, that's nothing new. But I guess now hearing it like officially from like the top Democrat I think in the White House is the rhetoric goes from Antifa, Black Lives Matter, these psychos on the left. I think that's a testament to who's really behind him right now, which is not a surprise, right? We all saw that coming.
Like, this use of the term fascist is kind of insane, because what do you call fascism? Corporate government collusion. I mean, that's like Mussolini's fascism, when the state and corporations come together for the greater empowerment of the state. We've got the FBI is working with Facebook, with all the social media companies. We've got slave labor in China, where we're getting our clothing from. Like, the system is fascist. We're built on a fascist system. We're all semi-fascist because we're participating in it. So,
but there are
end
people,
of story. Quit blaming people for it.
Well, there are people who oppose it, and Biden is actively in it while accusing you of doing it.
I'd like to know what their opposition really entails, because speaking out against it but then still doing it is not an opposition. It's faux. It's if anything, it's hypocritical.
Yeah, but it's only fascism, like, technically to them, if it's coming directly from the government. Like, they're circumnavigating that by even with the Zuckerberg thing. Like,
I disagree. Like, they're cheering on the feds. It's only fascism if it opposes them. And it could, like, literally anything. You could be a kid selling candy bars and then be like, you're dumb, and they'll be like, fascist.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
You've got the FBI raiding the former president's home, unprecedented. You've got COVID lockdowns, and they're still calling you the dude who's like, can I cut someone's hair? I'm a barber. No, you're a fascist.